All right, we're back into the Mike and Dr. Drew show.
Even that was people hanging shit. I'm fighting back in 2014, Mike. That's my New Year's resolution, because even that, some of the people I treat for addiction are going to die no matter what I do, especially those that don't follow up and don't stay in treatment and do their own thing. They're entitled to it. I can't do anything about that. They're going to die.
Yeah.
And some of them are going to die of something else, which is what happened to Rodney
and Mindy.
And poor Mindy. Yeah.
That's what this is the one thing that I have to, is that as someone who's a layperson but understands the disease, is that, you know, people always say, like, people who don't know what they're talking about, frankly.
I know.
They say, well, the only the most well-known treatment for the disease of addiction, the one we all recognize in this country that goes by two initials, has such a high recidivism rate.
Jesus.
And I go, well, no, because if it's unlike any other disease in that you have to account for the people that aren't going to take their treatment.
Not only that, right? It's the only one disease you have to convince people that they have and they have to take treatment for. The other thing is, once you have it, you have it. Like you have diabetes.
Yeah.
And just because somebody's blood sugar goes out of control, you don't say insulin doesn't work.
Right.
It's part of the ongoing process of the treatment working.
My point with addiction, though, too, is that, like, if they're going to take the numbers, I'd love to know the numbers of people who enter a 12-step program and their success rate of people who actually follow through. Like, I wanted to know the numbers of people who actually follow through,
when you
get a sponsor, do the work.
Guess what? The ones that do, stay sober.
Right.
That's what always happens.
Because they always say, well, it's a 98% relapse. I go, yeah, because 99% of the 98% are people who don't show up to their meetings and fuck around.
We when we were running a really good program over Los Angeles, we had between 20 and 40% of the people in long-term sobriety. We were doing really, really well.
I was part of it. I was back there. You know, back 11, 12 years ago, that was me. I was in that program, you know, and like with Bob Waters and all those guys, and they're just not around, you know.
We had to dismantle.
Yeah.
We had to go. We had Camelot, for Christ's sake, and we were cheap and we could do anything. None of us were in it to make money. We were there just because we loved doing the work. But anyway, crap. So I must have a role in all this, right? So even Loveline was risky at one time. Now it's not seen as so risky, but it was seen as very risky. So it may be, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. It may be the way I push the envelope on trying to make a difference. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't take the easy road. I don't take the road less. I take the road less traveled. Typically.
Certainly, in the entertainment industry, you have gone out of your way to take the hard route.
No. I've not gone out of my way. I've been willing to. I would be happy to take the easy way.
No, I mean you could have cashed in certain ways. You know, I mean you have not been that guy, which is sad because I think that there's people who make the argument that you have. You know, they're under the impression that that's what you've done, you know?
That I've done something easy or
that like you're using your doctor's kind of authority to make money in the entertainment industry.
You have to help me with that, because if that's what the issue is, then I need to be more refined in my choices to
No, you don't need to be more. You just need to, like, and it's much easier said than done. You just got to take it with a grain of salt, knowing that the people who are going to throw those bombs are idiots.
Well, they don't understand. They
don't know what they're talking about.
Right, I know.
And that's
if I have to sit in front of television critics and them say shitty things like that, either I have to be prepared to like just slam it back, or really think about what it is I'm doing to contribute to all that. Because I have to play a role, like you said. It must be a role. Here's part of the problem. I am not interested in being a journalist. You know, Sanjay does that. God bless him. He is fantastic at it. I'm not really interested in doing what Oz does. You know, I'm interested in exploring what we can do in the media to make a difference, doing things differently.
I think Oz has changed his.
He has completely. He went in for something different. But, but I do some stuff. I've done some stuff with him that has been okay. Back more to just being doctor and try to educate.
Dr. Mehmet Oz is. You know, from your professional opinion, he's a very smart guy. I mean, he's not
a top-notch cardiothoracic surgeon.
I think
that's top of the heap.
Yeah,
he's top of the heap.
It's funny
but he's
because
doing food stuff now.
Right. He has a look to him, and I don't mean I've never watched his show, so I'm not even talking shit.
Yeah.
But he has a look to him because he's so kind of healthy and like happy.
Yeah.
Like he almost it almost diminishes from his credibility because he's not like a gnarled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. He's super smart. And then we've got guys like Phil who are doing exploitative, horrible things without the right training and doesn't get anything.
I kind of think that Dr. Phil skates because I don't think he's arguing. You know, like I think Dr. Phil's kind of rode that gravy boat right into exploitive daytime.
And he's fine with that.
Yeah, and he's like, this is my Southern fried way of life, and fuck all you.
He does great television.
Yeah. It's pretty riveting sometimes.
No, it's good television.
I was at Jiffy Lube the other day, and I didn't want to leave because he was yelling at this girl, telling her she was a worthless pile and she better get her act together. You know, doing the Dr. Phil. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet.
Can't see what happens to her. She'll go kill herself. That's not how you help people.
No, it's not.
Here's how you help people. You go, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
How do you do that? What's going on there? What's happening? They have to come to it themselves. They do not change with hammering. They do not. God, and doesn't anybody dealing with people they're trying to change understand that? Do they not? Okay, do they not change with hammering at all, or do they not change with hammering after like age 6? You know what I'm saying? Because like I do think that might be like an appropriate take on like a kid, maybe sometimes. But the problem with adults is a particularly unstable adult engaged in sick behavior. They become ashamed. Their moods become unstable. They can really become dangerously ill then. Yeah, hurt themselves or other people, whatever, you know. Anyway, we got to get going here. Why does Anderson keep turning my mic off? It's, I think, the top of the hour mechanical shifts in the operation. Let's sign out here. I've had enough.